Get your reactions ready. The live portion of the show will begin in just a moment.
High fly ball. Center field. Gone. Way gone. High fly ball. Deep center. Thomas back. Still back. Looking up. See ya. Grand slam for Judge. High drive. Right field. If it's fair, it's gone. See ya. 3 on the night for the first time in his career.
Today is Wednesday, August 23rd, and the Yankees were trying to avoid the dreaded 10-game losing streak. Luis Severino was on the mound looking to bounce back, and we got some memories courtesy of the captain. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
All right. We can go back to the win hat tonight. We can break it out. I had to dust it off anyway. Snapped a 9-game losing streak. 3 home runs from the captain. What the hell? Let's break out the fun hat. In case you missed it, Aaron Judge put on a hitting display. First career 3 home run game. 25, 26, and 27 on the season, and one of them was a grand slam. In a season that's been a lot of bad memories, we've had a perfect game, and now we've had a 3-homer game from Judge, but that's pretty much it as far as the positives go this year. Maybe some of Volpe's stuff early on this season. Maybe there's some stuff still yet to come. There's still 30-some-odd games left. We've got Pereira up now. Going to see what Peraza's got. But it's been mostly downs this year, so it was good to have a night where we have some real legitimate memories, to take into the offseason and get us looking forward to 2024. So we'll get to the game recap. It was a pretty fun win. But first I wanted to discuss the Brian Cashman press conference before the game. Never seen him wear glasses at a press conference before. I think maybe he was going for the sympathy points from Hal Steinbrenner. Don't fire me. I need my vision insurance. I will say this for him. He didn't try and gaslight us tonight and pretend like the team still had a shot at the playoffs. He seemed resigned to the team's fate. He did, I think, accidentally give us some insight into his real objective as the GM, which is to make the playoffs. Every year, and all year long, every year, you hear him say the company line. Championship caliber team. World Series this. Operational Death Star that. But today, he didn't say nobody thought this was a last place team. He said nobody thought this was a playoff team, which means that's kind of what they were looking for. I think they just wanted to make the playoffs. He has convinced Hal Steinbrenner, and the Phillies probably strengthened this argument last season, that you don't have to have the best team to get to the World Series. You just have to have the hottest in October. That's a strategy that Derek Jeter shares, by the way, in case you want to sign him as the GM. And to a certain degree, it's true. But if you set your sights too low, just make the playoffs, you run the risk of, if you underperform or if you have some injuries that decimate your roster, and that's the word he used, decimated, then you have a real shot to have a horrible season. And the Yankees have had a really tough year. And that's not really trying to build a World Series caliber roster. That's just trying to get to the playoffs and roll the dice, which is not what the Yankees want. Or what the Yankee fans want, I should say. We don't really know what the Yankees want. He said that he expects to have his job evaluated this winter, and everything we've heard suggests that he will be back. But this winter, he absolutely cannot sit on the fence like he usually does. You either need to commit to a rebuild and go with the kids and call up, Wells and the Martian and whoever else, Beater maybe, for next season, or you need to be aggressive and go after, the Bellingers and the Otanis don't wait for the Rule 5 draft or the non-roster spring training invitees to build your roster. This is not the year for that. Make up a decision. The problem is, this is not a great offseason for free agents. I think Cody Bellinger is an absolute must-have if the Yankees are serious about winning next year. But because Scott Boras is his agent, he's not going to be cheap, and it's not going to happen fast. You're talking $250 million. Easy. You probably need to go out and get Yamamoto from Japan. You probably need to trade DJ LeMahieu if you can. You probably need to restructure Giancarlo Stanton's contract. I'm not saying you get rid of him, but pay him $100 million over 25 years, like they did with Bobby Bonilla and the Mets, rather than, $87 million over the next 3 years or whatever it is, 4 years. Restructure it. If you add value, I think the Players Association will let you do it. And eventually, Bobby Bonilla's contract is going to run out, so, this is the type of situation that maybe baseball can carry on. It can be a new tradition. One guy gets paid in perpetuity forever. Stanton did make a pretty nice catch in right field tonight. MRI machine tomorrow for sure. Cashman also said that the entire organization is going to be evaluated, not just him. I think that's something that needs to happen, but I'll tell you right now, he's going to pay a team of 15 consultants probably $200,000 each. And they're going to come back to him after studying the roster and studying all the moves and all that stuff. And I'll tell you what the report is going to say. It's going to say you should have signed more good lefties when they were available. That's what it's going to say. So Luis Severino threw the ball pretty well tonight. He got through the first inning without allowing 3 home runs, so that was a good start to the evening.
Baba Booey.
All jokes aside, we know this team does not play well from behind. So the fact that he pitched a scoreless first inning and gave the offense a chance to take the lead is a major positive. Major positive. Now, it might be a lost season. He might not be back. But, the fact that he was able to take that step, you saw that it carried over through the rest of the game. Bottom of the first, Aaron Judge ended a streak of 61 straight innings without the Yankees having a lead.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. A Judgian blast. All rise. Here.
Absolutely gargantuan home run over the Toyota sign. He's the first guy since Mark McGwire to have the kind of power he has. I actually think that Matt Olson has a similar kind of power, and so does Shohei Ohtani. But Judge, as a right-handed hitter, McGwire is his biggest comp, in my opinion. And he's bigger than McGwire. Bottom 2, Everson Pereira drove in his first career run with a fielder's choice. That gave the Yankees a 2-zip lead. Later in the inning, Kyle Higashioka hit a long fly ball to the warning track in right field, and the Nationals outfielders almost collided, and the ball dropped.
Oh, there goes gravity.
And then after a walk to Peraza and a strikeout by DJ LeMahieu, the bases were loaded for Mr. Aaron Judge.
See ya! A grand slam.
That's a grand slam home run.
I have you now.
That is definitely a sound effect we have not gotten to play many times this season. Not a lot of grand slams from the Yankees this year. Second home run of the game, 5th career grand slam, 26th home run of the season, and a collective deep breath from every Yankee fan on earth that he can still have nights like tonight where he hits monster home runs. Not only hitting home runs, but just ridiculous home runs. I think he's going to have a good year next year. Like if his toe is healthy and you can just keep him careful, he's going to hit 50-plus home runs. I think he's going to be a Nelson Cruz type hitter eventually, where he's just a guy who DHs and mashes. But as long as he stays more flexible than Giancarlo Stanton, he's going to hit. And by the way, I'm going to do a breakdown of this at some point, but I was watching some Giancarlo Stanton highlights from 2017, the MVP year. Look at his highlights from that year, and then look at his highlights from 2023. The contrast on how flexible or inflexible his legs are from the naked eye is unbelievable. He looked so limber and loose in 2017, and now just so stiff and slow. He moves like one of those little, toy Ninja Turtles or whatever with the, like the little Hasbro toys or whatever. Anyway, back to the game. Grand Slam made it 6-0. Problem is that Luis Severino is about the one guy that 6-0 isn't a guaranteed win. He had an ERA of almost 8 coming into this game, so it was no guarantee that he was going to hold the lead. But he was terrific tonight. He was efficient, throwing more quality strikes. Didn't strike out a ton of guys, just 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. But most importantly, he was a stopper, and he prevented or helped to prevent a 10-game losing streak. 6 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Peraza made a very nice play at third base in the 6th inning. It was a tough hop, and he made the stab, threw a laser beam to second to get the out. Bottom 7, DJ LeMahieu smoked an opposite field porch home run. That made it 7-0. On the play, the Nationals right fielder Stone Garrett smashed into the wall. He came down hard. They had to bring the cart out. They put an air cast on his leg, which usually means they want to keep it immobilized. That they typically do that if they think it's broken. So hopefully he's not out too long. I mean, obviously right here near the end of the season, and hopefully he can be back next year without any significant problems. Next batter after he was carted off the field, Mr. Aaron Judge.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. A Judgian blast. All rise. Here comes the Judge.
Most impressive.
So 3 home runs for Aaron Judge, 27th of the season. He now is 5th in the American League. Volpe drove in the 9th run with a base hit. We need to get him hot, get him to finish the season with a good September. Would love for him to get over 230 or so, which is what everybody said coming into the season. He hits 230, puts up decent power, steals some bases. That would not be horrible because he basically skipped AAA. Yankees hang on to win a nail-biter. I forgot. Do we do something now? I feel like there's something that... Oh, wait. Here we go.
Ball game over. Yankees win.
Good night to get some Judge merch. This one's my favorite. We got this one here.
You're a winner.
We got the defense one. NYYRecaps.shop. So, it's been a while since we had a belt winner. A couple of good candidates tonight. Obviously, Judge and Severino going head-to-head. So, let's make up for lost time. 2 belt winners tonight. Judge and Severino. DJ Casanova VIP says, Sevy needed this. Happy for him. He is a true gamer. I agree. Sevy did a great job tonight. William says, it feels like it's been a month since we won a game. It really, when I said that I was dusting off the hat, I'm not kidding. I was dusting it off because we were in last place. I wasn't using it. It's been forever. Forever. Let's quote, what's the name of that movie? The Sandlot. All right, let's go through and watch the highlights together, and then we'll go through the ad and take your comments here. So, it's so rare to want to watch the highlights of a Yankee game these days. So, the first home run from Judge, this was just a 84-mile-an-hour hanger out over the plate, and he demolished it over the Toyota sign. That is just a crisp, clean swing. And you see the StatCast data, 111.3, exit velo, 431 feet. Harrison Bader looping one to center field right there. And this was a little later on. This is Pereira hitting it to shortstop, and the throw comes home, ball gets away, run scored. First RBI for Pereira in his career. This was the fly ball to right field from Higgy, just in front of the StubHub sign. And a little later on, Aaron Judge. This one was inside, still got too much of the plate, and it finds Monument Park. Nice shot. I love the camera angles on this one. This second camera angle is awesome. This was the grand slam off of Mackenzie Gore. See the crowd going nuts. It's called the Creator Cut. Field view. I love it. Number 99. And we're getting the StatCast data on this one. 112.8 off the bat. 437 feet. 133 feet high. So a little later on, play to center field. Harrison Bader coming in and making the nice grab. Still a good defender. I'm not sure you can bring him back because of the injuries, but we'll see what happens. This was a fly ball to right field. Giancarlo getting up and making the play. Bouncing into the wall. And this was DJ. Inside outing pitch. That was a very DJ LeMahieu home run. First row right field. And then Judge with number 3 on the day. 95-mile-an-hour fastball up and away. Ball game, baby. Ball game. Let's take a look at the box score. Brought to you by Game Time. You know, I just used Game Time to get some tickets to see Jerry Seinfeld. In my opinion, the GOAT when it comes to stand-up comedians. Carlin is up there. Eddie Murphy is up there. Bill Burr is up there. But to me, Jerry is the all-time greatest. Anyway, NYY Recaps sponsored by Game Time. Fastest growing ticket app in the world. Download the Game Time app to your phone or other smart device. Or visit gametime.co for last-minute tickets to all your favorite types of events. Sports, concerts, theater, comedy. Like the GOAT, Jerry Seinfeld. You name it. You can find it on Game Time. Use the code NYY Recaps for $20 off your first purchase. Game Time. Lowest price on last-minute tickets. Guaranteed. Alex Valerio says Martian banging in AAA. I haven't seen what he did tonight. If you have the stats, post them for me. So you look at the box score. Yankees got 8 hits tonight. Judge with the big night, 6 RBIs. He leads the team in ribbies now, I believe, with 54. I don't know how many Torres has, but I don't think he's quite got 54. LeMahieu, 1 for 4 tonight, 9th home run. Peraza 0 for 3. Tough start to his career. Pereira 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. You want him to get off the schneid pretty soon. By the way, I have a contest going on Twitter, and it's still applicable. If Pereira hits a home run for his first major league hit, I'm going to give away a Pereira jersey on Twitter. All you got to do is follow NYY Recaps Derek. It's my Twitter handle, or X handle. Thanks, Elon. Let me screwing that up for 5 years. And then retweet that top tweet there. So, Zachary Bay says, I saw Stanton in person. He's a massive guy. Sad he's made of glass. You know, it's possible to be huge and flexible. Stanton just isn't one of those guys. It's also a lot easier to be huge and inflexible. Got to do stretching. Izzy says Stanton looks like an 8-bit gaming character. Got to say, it's correct. Anyway, let's check and see what the Martian did tonight. I didn't get his stats, but now that he's in AAA, you know, as they say, you had my curiosity, now you've got my attention. He's 1 step away from the major league. So they had a doubleheader today. Looks like in game 1, and I'm going to pull this up here. In game 1, or this was game 2, he pinch hit and walked. And in the other game, maybe that was game 1. In the other game, he went 0 for 2 with a walk. So, yeah, you know, no hits today, but he had 3 in his first day. Anyway, William M says 1 false move and Stanton is done. How did this turn into a Stanton bashing? I know it's probably my fault. I threw a couple of jabs in there, but honestly, tonight that we got to celebrate Aaron Judge, first ever 3 home run game, and probably the first of many. I feel like the guy I compared him to, McGuire, had a bunch. I remember in '98 he had at least 2 or 3 of them. And I don't think Aaron Judge is done having 50 to 60 home run seasons. Just got to find a way to stay on the field next year.
Game over, man. It's game over.
I gotta get out of here.
Victor says Glass Carlos Stanton. Yikes. Yankee fans, I love them.
You gotta go.
Richie says all comedians point to Lenny Bruce. Yeah. I never saw Lenny Bruce. So, Paul Mooney, another good one. Who's that other guy that? There's another. Oh, Gilbert Gottfried. Amazing. Hi, I'm Gilbert Gottfried, and I'm here to tell you about our new savings plan. I love Gilbert Gottfried. There's a lot of good ones out there. A lot of good ones. Anyway, Yankees get off the schneid. They win 9-1 and break out the champagne. The 9-game winning streak or losing streak is over. And tomorrow we got a chance to take a series. So I will see you then. And hopefully Aaron Judge brings those hitting shoes again. Good night, everybody.
Ball game over.
Most impressive.